Sun is out. That makes for a happy Carolyn. Screwed up. So I can say without a doubt, I don't like it. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another studio vlog with me, Carolyn from Crafting with Glorious Purpose, where here we make unique and custom gifts for you or for that special someone. This is the week of June 23rd. So today is actually today is the 23rd. It's going to be a very hot one here in Pittsburgh. We're going to be hitting the mid to upper 90s. Sun is out. That makes for a happy Carolyn. So this week we are preparing for our Arizona trip. So I won't be crafting and doing as much this week. I'm hoping that I do at least get to put up my table. I need to figure that out probably by next week so that we know how we're setting up our tent and booth at our Moon Market event, which would be when we get back from vacation. So, I'm excited about that one. They sent out a teaser saying that they were going to do something special for like a Christmas in July so we could prepare our booths and merchandise and stuff around Christmas in July. So there's that. And otherwise, not too much. Had a relaxing weekend at my nephew's birthday party. We did a cabin for the night. Which was really nice. It's a little, had a master bedroom, but a fold-out couch and a little kitchenette, that was fully stocked with utensils and stuff. Had we, needed to stay there longer, it would have been nice because we could have prepared something in the kitchen and stuff. But, yeah, it was just a cute little cottagey type of cabin, and it was nice. So we spent the night there and then had his party. So got to have some campfire goodness, s'mores, burgers, all that good stuff. And then here we are back Monday. So I totally screwed up last week. I seriously thought I was on the later shift last week until I realized around 8:30 that I was supposed to be logged into work. I'm on this week. So I screwed that completely up. So I'm going to be doing that this week. I will be 9 to 6. And then, just trying to get stuff done. I got some cleaning up to do. I've got some items to put in square. I did make one thing before we left. I made 3 wristlets with a cool pattern with cactus cowboys and disco balls. I picked this one up when I picked up my bee collection and didn't actually do anything with it. So I thought these would make really cool wristlets. So I was able to get 3 of them out of that fabric. It is directional, so unfortunately I couldn't use the scrap the other direction because it just didn't make sense. So I have these 3 made that I can add into the mix. And, the other thing I was going to do. So what's funny is when you are at work, your mind tends to wander while you're waiting for things to load. And I was like, wouldn't it be great if I could do scratch off cards for my events to give out and for package for, you know, orders as well, but mostly for giving away at events. Whenever somebody buys something, give them a scratch off card for a percentage off on my website. So I thought about it, and I'm like, well, I've seen a lot of tutorials where people have done the scratch off, you know, doing it with glue and paint and like different hacks to make those little areas on a card. And I'm like, well, I don't want to sit there and be painting them and then run out and need to make a bunch more, because I like to have my bags already stocked with my business card and a card. Like right now, they're the cards to leave me a review. I have that card already in there with my business card, so that if somebody checks out, I just have to put their stuff in and they're good. I don't have to fidget with getting a card and everything for them. So yeah, I thought I could replace the review cards for this year with cards that you can scratch off with a denomination from like anywhere from like 10% off, or maybe a buy one get one sticker or something like that, because I can create the discounts on my website. So I thought I could give them the code and put that underneath and put what the percentage off would be, and maybe even offer something like a 50% off or 70 or something like that on an item. But yeah, I was looking and watching some YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh God, this seems like so much more work than I want. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll look where I got my business cards and see if they offer scratch off cards. And they didn't. Then I found a place that did, but I was like, I really don't want to spend all that money on it. And then I ended up going on Amazon, of course. I mean, that's how it always works. You go on Amazon and boom, you find what you're looking for. They have rolls, and they must have known based on my search history, or just, you know, them being able to hear every conversation you have. The first thing that comes up in my Amazon search is rose gold scratch off stickers. So they're 1-inch rose gold scratch offs that you can put on anything. So I ordered that, and I ordered some satin cardstock that is supposed to come today. And I'm going to print off, you know, maybe I'm toying with either business card size or a little smaller than, just so that it stands out from the business card, but have a scratch off on there. And then you just print it like a normal card, and then you put the sticker over top of it, so when they scratch it, it reveals what's behind it. So I'm like super excited to get those today in the mail. Hopefully they come sooner than later. They didn't give me an ETA. I ordered them Thursday, but then asked to have them delivered for Monday, because I knew we were going to be camping and I didn't want them sitting outside in the off chance we got rain. But it was just a hot, sticky weekend with no rain, so that was awesome. But they did allow to have the shipping moved to Monday, so they wouldn't give me an actual time, so I don't know when it's coming. But when I do get it, I will show you what they look like. And I had a couple ideas I worked on last night, but I haven't found one that I really, really like yet. I'd like to do them in the pink, with the dusty pink, but then I'm like, I don't know what color the rose gold is and if it's going to stand out on there. So I might have to do white and do the text in maybe pink. So I got to look and see, but that's where I'm at. I want to see which ones look best, and then can't really do much till I get that stuff anyway. So I might be making those this week, just that I have at least the ones ready for the show, and then I can bulk make them after that with the rest of them. But yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect, because I thought about it when I saw that they had rolls of gold and silver, and I'm like, I wonder if they have them. And boom, as soon as the search came up, it was the first item was rose gold. I was like, yay. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so just giving you an update quickly. It's Tuesday, and I am still waiting on my Amazon package. I got an email this morning saying that they are going to delay it till the 26th, which ends up being Thursday, and that makes Carolyn not happy. So I have to now log into Amazon and try to find a way to talk to an actual person to voice my concerns, because I ordered this last Wednesday, I believe. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. And I knew I wasn't going to be home on the weekend, so I didn't want them delivering it on Saturday and nobody be here and my paper sitting out on the porch. So I opted for the later delivery day, which was, it said if you order Monday or ship Monday, then it would be, I think you got a discount or something. I don't even remember what it was for. And I was like, okay, we'll just pick that date because I'll be home Monday. So then I waited around all day yesterday, no update at all on my tracking. Like it never moved to that it was on the way or out for delivery. It was stuck in it was shipped. And I was like, this seems ridiculous. And they never updated it. It said arriving today as of 9:30 last night. And then I woke up this morning to the message saying that, oh yeah, by the way, we're just moving it. So if you want a refund, no, I want my stuff. So not happy. So now I got to fight with them to try to find out where it is, when it's coming. And I'd prefer to not have it ship over the weekend because then I'm going to be doing stuff too. And it's like, I'd want to get started on this stuff. And it was the first time I tried Business Prime. So I don't know if anybody else has used Business Prime, but I actually tried it out, set it up because they've been emailing me nonstop for, I don't know how many months. Set up a small business account. If it's free, it's free. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll chomp the bit and I'll do it. So I set up Business Prime. You do get a small percentage off certain supplies, which I thought was nice. So I was like, okay. And it's tied in with my my Amazon account. So then I get the Prime shipping and I was like, okay, that works. Let's do this, So sure enough, first time I make something or purchase something from there, it's screwed up. So, so now I got to spend the rest of my morning, which is very short already, because it's 8:30. I'm going to be on typing back and forth on a chat with a robot till I can actually speak to a person to find out where my package is. And I don't want a refund. I want the stuff. Like, I want it on the day you promised that you would send it. Like, if you knew that you didn't have it, why didn't it update? Why'd you wait all day to tell me? Like, you're telling me it left the facility, which is right down the road from me. I can go pick it up. Come on. Like, there's no reason that it should be sitting there till the 26th when I could go get it right now. So, this just... Anyways. So, that's how my Tuesday's going. And, yeah. It's driving me a little crazy. Because I really wanted to get some of these cards started so I had an idea of what they would look like for when we get back from vacation. And I don't know that I'm going to have time to work on them and try out some. So I may not make it to be able to have these for my show, which kind of makes me a little mad. So if I don't see, I know they're probably not coming today, even if by the grace of God I get a hold of somebody and they send it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my lunch to go through my, I started jotting down wish list items that I'd like to bring to the markets, upcoming markets, not necessarily the next one, but just in general. Ideas for towels that I've wanted to do and didn't get to do. A couple shadow boxes that I thought would be really cool. I have colored decals that I kind of wanted to test out with the Oracle that I had bought. I did have 2 other dog breeds that I'd like to add if possible. I do have some quotes that could be used. One is good for a bandana, and the other one would make probably a good decal. And then I also have some window clings that I want to try out with the holographic. I think I showed you guys this one that I started, but didn't get to finish it with the plants. I have to recut that one. So I got to thicken up the lines and try doing that. Don't know that I will be able to finish it, but I was trying out some different things. So I'm going to do that first before I go any further with it. But yeah, so that's probably where my angle today for lunch is going to be. So I'm going to fight with Amazon and then log on to work, and then we'll catch you at lunch. So, update. Amazon package just came. I got on with them, got through the chat, and they said that it would arrive, or to contact them back if I did not hear back from them by the 27th, which would be a full week after I ordered it. I kept getting different estimated times on the website. So every time I refreshed, it would say that it was end of day today. Then it said by the 26th, which is all well and good, but it said estimated delivery day on my email. Actually, I'm sorry, didn't say estimated. It said guaranteed delivery day of Monday. So they escalated it to the shipping department to find out why it was delayed, but I'm hoping to God everything is in here. So let's open this up and see. So, yep, I got my tape. So there is the scratch rose gold color. Curious to see what this looks like. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to see, but let's see if this. So we got the rose gold colored. Forget how many stickers are on here. 300. So we got 300. And the sticker paper, not sticker paper, it's just regular satin cardstock. So this is a satin pearl, 50 sheets. So let's see what this looks like. This was recommended on quite a few people's pages, so I'm not sure. It's double bagged? Yeah, I guess so. It seems a little excessive, but okay. Let's take a peek at this. It's a decent weight. Kind of wish it was a little bit thicker. But yeah, it definitely is. So one side has just the regular backing, and then this side has the satin sheen on it. So that's actually pretty nice. I don't know. We'll see how my printer likes this, and then we'll go from there. I'm hoping for all the trouble that this was to get that, and it does come with instructions on the back for printing. So they do have Epson printers on here, Canon, HP, and Lexmark for anybody that has those. But I have an Epson, so looks like photo or best photo and color vivid for the color control to get on the Epson. So like I said, I hope this is worth the trouble it was to get this shipped to my house, but we'll see how it goes. Hello, welcome to Wednesday. So it is lunchtime. I got a few errands ran, and I'm ready to spend my last 20 minutes trying to crank out something. I feel like I've just been spinning my wheels yesterday and today, so I'm looking forward to getting started. So what I am going to do, I'm not prepared yet to do the stickers for the peeling or the scratch offs. That's what I was trying to think of, scratch offs. I'm not prepared for that just yet. So what I did work on last night were some designs for my solar lights. So I have a few made, and I'm going to run those through on the Cricut, and I was just going to give you a sneak peek of what the new designs look like. I unfortunately don't think that the ones that I had are going to be in stock ever. I think they're gone. I think they discontinued them. So that kind of puts a monkey wrench in my shop because that was one of my best sellers. So I had to find a replacement, and I'm not sure how these are going to work. So I'm going to grab one and I'm going to show you what they look like. So this is the ones that I found. My current one, I'll put it up here, is really sleek. I love the look of it. It has the stake portion goes underneath and inside of itself, so it's easy to take down for the winter months if you want to bring it in. This one here is the only one that I can find that doesn't have a textured outside. Like, I need it to be smooth, obviously, so that it has the vinyl. This one comes separate with the pole and the stake. The stake does tuck in, but I hate having this loose. Like, I wish it was whatever. But this is the one I'm going to test out on. So this one here is pretty tall in comparison to the other one, with real estate to put a design, but it's not circular like mine was cylinder. Unfortunately, I have to keep the design in this space, which is only about 1 3/4 inches, which kind of makes me have to redesign everything I have, because none of the designs will fit. They'll wrap around and they'll look odd. So I want to try one, get it set up so that it can charge, and then see what it looks like when it's on at night. So this one here, the top comes off like this, and then it has a little switch that you turn on. And if I remember correctly, this has some light, but not a whole lot charged, you know, when they come out of the box. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to get this one cut and assembled, and then have it sit in our beautiful sunny 90-some degree day and see how these look. But that is kind of, they're really tall. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sold on these. I do have a few outside testing them out to make sure they're waterproof, that they light up, that there's no issues with them, before I actually put them in the shop. But I'd like to have these in the shop sooner than later. So we've had some pretty heavy rains, and it seems to be holding up. It does get a little condensation on the inside. I think that's natural, but you know, we'll see. So let's get over into Cricut Design Space and get these cut. So here we are in Adobe Illustrator, and these are the ones that I've done so far. So I have 2 versions of Love is a Light That Never Dims. These were 2 different designs, and I couldn't choose between them when I originally did it, so that's why I had 2 that were the same. One's a little more scripty, and one is more elegant looking. So I'm gonna leave both, I think. This one, Once by My Side, Forever in My Heart. This one I had to completely redo based off of my original design because it just didn't fit. The word favorite and goodbye are much wider to fit in a 1 3/4 size. So this one, unfortunately, had to go under a completely new design. And this one I kind of left with the paw prints at the bottom. And what I noticed is at events, people liked this for pets, but I had a few requests that people wanted to have the paws removed. And since I customized these on site, I made this so that I could make ones, even if I cut them with the paw prints on it, I don't have to apply the paw prints, and I can just kind of center it with that on the fly. So I left them not integrated into the design so that I could do that. And then the last one that I had ready was Light Remains Where Beautiful Souls Have Passed. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to see how this one looks first. So this is, I think, the one I'm going to cut first. So I'm going to copy
this, and I'm going to paste it into a new document so that I can flatten it and have it ready to go. Because I don't want to outline the fonts in case I don't like it and I want to change the font, because that would suck. Especially some of these were already just SVGs and I had to redo them and try to figure out what font I used. So let me see here. These all look good, and I'm viewing it in the wireframe just so that I can make sure that nothing's going to cut, and if it overlaps, that they're joined before I put them in Cricut, because I'm not a big fan of using Cricut Design Space for that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go back to my regular mode. I'm going to make this artboard a little bigger so that it's not so big when it goes into Cricut, because Cricut will say, wow, this is a big file. And I'm going to save this out as an SVG. This one is, I'm just going to name it Favorite Hello for right now, and I'm going to name it, or change it to an SVG and save that. And then now we head over to Cricut Design Space. So in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to hit Upload. I'm going to find my image, which I'm sure you all know how to do by now. This is nothing new. So I'm just going to fly through this part. I'm going to upload it. And I don't know, does anybody ever get this, or is it just me? When I put my SVGs into, if I create them, it does this every time. Like, it will select certain things to just offset it, even though it's grouped. It drives me more than a little batty. So I have to figure out which ones it moved and then put them back. Not so much of a problem when you have something like this where it's just centering it, but when you have things that are integrated and they're small little pieces, it drives me insane. So let's move this down a little bit. All right. And so yeah, let me know in the comments if there's somebody that has this happen and if you found a workaround, because it drives me absolutely batty. I'm going to attach this and then I'm going to send it to Make. I'm not worried about saving this right now since this is just a test. And then I am going to get this on a mat and start getting this cut. While this is cutting, I'm going to just show you, I do this, this is a whole package filled of scrap transfer tape, that little parts that I've cut off, didn't use, various brands actually, to be honest. I have some of the old Cricut, and I'm talking old, and it still works, but when I mean old, I mean really old. Does anybody remember this Cricut transfer tape? This was like the old ones that took the cartridges and stuff. This has that masking tape type feel to it. They still work. So I use those on my personal projects, or if I'm testing something out, or even if I just need a little piece. That way I'm not wasting transfer tape, because, you know, and I have plenty in here to use. So I found a piece that will work perfect. This one, I think I used it once and it was still very tacky. So this is perfect for the height that I need. So I'm just going to use this to do with my test. This finished cutting, this is going to be so tiny. I don't know if I'm going to like this versus what I've already done, but we'll see. This, with how tiny it is, I think I'm going to reverse weave this. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically taking this whole thing, putting it down, and then lifting off the parts that you don't want, so that you don't lose some of these small little detail pieces. Because I have a feeling a lot of these aren't coming up. Like, even the swooshes that I had at the bottom are so tiny, I'm probably going to lose these when I try to apply them. And I'm concerned that that might be the problem with some of these, that the designs, even though they seem like they'll be big enough, they're going to be too small, and that will be a point of failure when it comes to the weather. So I don't want to put these out. I don't want to put something out there that's going to come off in like 6 months. Yeah, so I'm going to work on weeding this, which I don't think you want to see me do, and then I will break back in when we're ready to put this together.
Hello and happy Thursday. So, where I left you yesterday, we were working on the vinyl decals for the memorial lights for testing. And I can say without a doubt, I don't like it. I went ahead and applied them just because I wanted to see, but I didn't film it. It's not any different than applying a transfer, which I'm sure you all know how to do. But there's the final. And when it's lit up, you can barely read it. It doesn't have the same presence that my other lights do. So I think that these are just going to be my outdoor lights because we needed to replace them anyway, which is why I bought the box. If it was a failed experiment, we needed new solar lights outside anyway. And yeah, I lost some of the smaller details. I mean, I could make some of this stuff a little bit bigger, but then you run the risk of, like, I don't think the wording was bad, but the embellishments are what are too small. So, and then some of the small parts in the word goodbye were too tiny and they broke, especially the O's and the G. But like I said, the main thing is once this mechanism light or the light bulb actually lights up, you can see the light bulb, you don't see the wording. And I think that's what made the other one better, was it was frosted. So you got that diffused light. And yeah, with this being completely clear, it's not going to work. So yeah, I think I'm going to go back to the drawing board with that, which is kind of a bummer. I've been scouring the internet trying to see if I can find that company and order directly from them. And I did find a site that had them, but they were so cheap that I'm wondering if it's a scam page. So I was hesitant to order off of there. I might get a gift card or something, and like a Visa gift card, and put that in as a credit card number and try getting one in the mail to see if it's exactly the same. If it is, then I'm going to be buying a bunch and making sure that I have them on hand, because like I said, I was ordering through that store through Amazon and they don't sell them anymore. So yeah, so I'm hoping that this store is legit and that I can get them on there. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So yeah, I think I'm going to change gears today. I have an hour before I have to log on to work. I did work on some towel designs, and I do want to go through some of my towels and see what I have left. And I'm going to bring you along for that, so we can kind of go through and then work on my wish list. My hope is once I go through my wish list of items and I make a list of what I want to do, I'm probably taking my iPad for my flight. We're looking at least a 5.5 hour flight. So I think I might be doing some doodling and designing for sure on the plane. So I'm going to be taking, obviously, my sketchbook. But I think I will be taking my iPad as well and kind of working on some of this stuff while I have some time. And then when I get back, I can kind of tweak them and then cut them. So let me go grab some towels, and then we can go through these and see which ones we want to add more of, or, you know, what new designs we think we can bring to the shop. We have this stack that I take to events. They are some of the earlier ones that I had made. The designs are still relevant and people still look at them and like them. So I have I like big bunts and I cannot lie. This one has sold quite a few times actually, and I've made new ones for most events, but this one sells pretty quickly. This one's the Whoa, We're Halfway There Lemon on a Pear. If you're a Bon Jovi fan, you'll get it. Simply the Zest was part of my citrus collection that I did. So there's 3 actual designs that were all citrus. So I have ones that are orange, ones that are limes, and one that's lemon. So I did the lemon because I figured there's probably more people that like lemon than limes, but I'm a lime girl. So I did I'm going to put these ones aside for a minute here. We have this one, which my husband created, which was, and it's based off the periodic table. So this one is the element of barbecue. And we had ones for sleep and a couple other ones that we were trying out for t-shirts. But this one I thought made a really good towel for barbecues or for camping kind of thing. I have this, that's my jam. For those about to walk, whoops. For those about to walk, which is a play off the AC/DC song, Those About to Rock. The Secret to a Clean Kitchen, Don't Cook Ever, which is one of the newer ones that I put out. I did make all three because who doesn't love tacos? I have a set of taco related ones. I have Lettuce Talk About It. All You Need Is Love and Tacos, which is very popular. And Live Every Day Like Taco Tuesday. So these ones are ones that I bring. I have one of my Sweet As Can Be collection from last year, or actually not last year, last collection made for spring. And then this stack, this idea I thought was brilliant. So these towels are really absorbent and they're perfect for your kitchen. Obviously, they're meant for kitchens. They're great to take for your camper to use for your kitchenette if you have one. They're also really good, I thought, for wet bars. So I thought, what better way to do that than to tie in a recipe for mixed drinks or shot glasses. So these were all shots that I did with the recipe on them. These will not sell. Nobody buys them. And I thought for sure that would be something, a gimmick of some kind. But I have been using these as my freebies for gift baskets and things like that. But I did sell, I think, a couple of them last year at my Millersville show. Someone bought them to put in a gift basket for a newlywed, or like a bachelorette kind of thing. So I did sell a couple of those, but I had so many of these left over. I mean, I have, and some of these aren't that out of the box. Like I didn't do the cement mixer, and I'm not a drinker, but I heard that that's a rough shot to take. So I didn't make that one, but I did have like some other ones that I thought were pretty cool, but they don't seem to sell. So I discounted these a good bit, and I've been putting these in the mix just to kind of get rid of them. Since they are sublimated, I can't reuse them. I can't do anything with removing any designs. So I'm going to keep taking these and try to get rid of them as best as I can. And I use them in, when I need to do a gift basket for a vendor show, I will put that in with maybe a decal and a couple other things and kind of meet my requirements. Because the towels are super absorbent and they are awesome. I use these, and it's funny because, there's actually, I can't say enough about how cool these towels are. So I use these in my own kitchen. I love them so much. What the nice part is I bought them to use them and then realized you could sublimate on them because they are polyester. So they do not smear water, they absorb it. So they are so much better than the other tea towels that are out there. So I physically use these in my kitchen. I sell more of these in the custom realm than I do ones that we've designed. So I've had people reach out and do monogram ones for weddings, for the holidays. I've done, trying to think of some of the other ones. Oh, I had someone ask me for specific animals for each of the family members that they liked. So it was a Christmas gift. So one was, I did ones that were manatee. I love manatees. So there was these cute little drawings of manatee on it. I did ones that were a dragon. I've done ones with, there were birds, because I guess that was the decor. They liked like the songbirds. And yeah, I mean, you can put anything on them. Again, it's the same thing with the custom thing. You can put anything on them. So whatever your jam is, literally, you could put on there. So I have these. It's not that I don't think that these aren't good enough to sell. I'm going to take them, but I'd like to add some new fresh designs in there, whether it's printing off some of the ones that I have on my computer. So I did do a whole, like I have 3 that are tacos. I have 3 that are the lemon or like citrus. And I also have music ones. So I only did 2 of the music ones. Where's my other music one? I have lemon on a pear for those about to walk, and I like big butts and I cannot lie. I do have also, we got the beat, which has a beat, the vegetable playing drums. I have, I'm drawing a blank on some of these. But they're various takes on songs. Don't Go Bake in My Heart was another one, which I don't know what happened to that one. I think I sold that one. But I had bacon dancing and holding hands. So yeah, I mean, I have some ones that are music themed puns that seem to go pretty well. People gravitate towards those. So I might make more of those ones that I already have. I have them up on the website as just mock-ups because I don't take all of my inventory to shows. I leave some of them up on the website. So I think I might make some more of those. And then I have written down that I would like to make ones with recipes on it. So I'd like to do not necessarily in this kind of aspect, but ones that say like our family recipe and, you know, like the so many dashes of love and so many this, and just kind of make up a recipe for family, ones for best mom, best dad, grandparents, you know, maybe one for camping. That's the other thing. I had camping ones that sold, so I should replenish my camping ones. I have a few of those. So I have my recipe ones. The camping ones will just be printed out and added on. And so I think that might be the angle I do. And I add some more of the music ones in there. So for shadow boxes, I was thinking I'd like to make ones, and I'm toying with the idea of maybe doing this for my fall collection. I'm just going to figure out how to tie it in, but I want to do an owl with the feathers and have it be in the middle of the box so that you have that where he's flying towards you. And I also really would like to do koi fish, you know, having 2 opposites kind of. I think that might make a really cool design. So I have both of those written down as shadow box ideas to work on. I do have only one bandana that I would like to make. We are in, even though I'm not a football fan, and I do live in Pittsburgh, everybody else is a black and gold fan. So I'm more of a Pirates baseball fan. Not recently, but I enjoy baseball much more than football. But I figured I could do something that's a black and gold without saying Steelers or Pirates, and making I drew black and gold kind of bandana for the dogs. Then I have window clings that I'd like to work on, which we had talked about. So I've got a good idea of what I'd like to bring this year to shows. I have some newer ideas. Keep not new products, because I don't want to overwhelm people. I was trying to eliminate some of the ones that I do have and keeping with ones that I know that are popular and that people are looking to buy. So that's where I'm kind of putting my direction towards ones that know, now that I have a few years under my belt, what people are looking for. Like, some people think things are nice, but they don't want them. And I get that. People are doing a lot of cleaning and they don't want tchotchke stuff. So I'm trying to keep things that are more useful, like towels are useful. The keychains, obviously, wristlets people are using because they want to use that for their keys. You know, you've got dog bandanas, whereas it's a luxury, but some people really like that kind of stuff for their pets. So, you know, I think I'm going to leave the vlog here. Tomorrow is probably going to be a running around, kind of getting last minute stuff done for vacation. So it's getting close and getting exciting. So I hope to take you guys along with some of the stuff. I'm going to try to shoot some video and stuff while I'm out in Arizona. But we're definitely looking forward to some relaxing time off and doing, you know, anything other than work. But yeah, I will be hitting the ground running when we get back for sure, because we will have a lot to finish up and get ready. I was hoping to get my tablescape done this week, but I will have to see if we have time, maybe tomorrow, and try to set things up and see. And if that is the case, you know, now that we were cleared for bringing Christmas items, I have my whole Christmas ornaments and gift card holders and things like that. I have a ton of that left from Christmas. So I was going to just bring it to my later shows anyway. So if I can sell some of them now, then I can refresh some of that for later shows. So I am going to leave you, and I will wish you a beautiful weekend. I hope everybody celebrates and has an awesome 4th of July weekend, a very safe holiday. Don't blow off any of your digits. Next week will be a Q&A video, just because I will be out, and I wanted to have something post on Monday for you guys. So it will be a Q&A, and then the following week you will see an actual video from me with our market and vacation stuff. So looking forward to seeing you then. Take care, everybody, and thanks for watching. And if you like this, please give me a like, a subscribe, or give me a comment for things that you might want to see in some upcoming videos, and I'll be happy to help. Bye, everyone.